Hey y'all, it's CherokeeStarfish, and welcome back to another episode of Icewind Dale. Thanks for being here this weekend. We are in the Sverfneblin village beneath Dorn's Deep, and we've got a little bit of shopping to do. I want to start with this merchant named Dirty Lou, and he is quite the character, as you will see. Let's see. Welcome to Dirty Lou's, sir. We have a fine selection available for you today, straight from the stinking bowels of Faerun. This is one of those conversations where it's not bugged. I think that it's just it could have been constructed slightly better, where if you don't ask him about certain things, you have to like exit the conversation and come back in. So I'm going to go ahead and start with asking him if we could do anything with these beetle shells. Yeah, I know some craftsmen who could turn that shell into a huge shield. Tough, too. It'd cost you 10,000 gold, though, and it'd take 3 days, too. Now, so, as much as I would love to indulge in some of these custom-made items, there are a couple of reasons why we're not going to do this. The first is, of course, we don't necessarily want to spend 3 days waiting around. It's like the Yeti pelt armor that Corlin could make for us back in Kuldahar. It's not necessarily worth that much money and then also that much time. Now, there is a second step. You can actually improve the Rhino Beetle shield by taking it over to Nim, the Dark Elf merchant on the other side of the village. And he will enchant it so that it has more defense, a greater bonus to your armor class, and also some fire resistance, if I remember correctly. Some kind of resistance. But then he wants a lot more money, and he wants to take like 10 days to do it, and also, well, you'll see. Regardless, we're just going to sell these Rhino Beetle shells. It's not worth all of this, especially when Astrid and Sam both have really great shields anyway. So, like, it's no payoff for us to do this. Neither of them would really get an improvement. So, why do they call you Dirty Lou? It's because of my fondness for the ladies. I have quite a reputation when it comes to my fondness for the ladies, you see. Quite a reputation. So he's just a sleazebag. Alright, show us your wares. We talk to him again. See, this is another thing where he doesn't recognize it, really. When we first talk to him, even though we have the option to ask about the Rhino Beetle shells, but you have to speak with him once before this second part triggers. And then he notices that you have Umber Hulk hides in your inventory. Hey there. I see you have a fine, sturdy Umber Hulk hide with you. Makes excellent armor, Umber Hulk hide. I happen to have a suit if you're interested. I'd trade you this suit for the hide you have on you. It's only available for a limited time. Interested? Sure, why not? Excellent, here you are. A fine suit of armor for you. And let's see. So, yeah, here is the Umber Hulk plate. The hard plates that protect Umber Hulks are reasonably easy to craft into humanoid armor. This dark suit of armor was fashioned into plate mail by Dwarger smiths. The dark dwarves, skilled in handling Umber Hulk exoskeletons, cured and reinforced the armor, making it AC2. So it's non-magical, but it is pretty decent, and it's a good way to get rid of some of our Umber Hulk hides. Because we're going to sell those anyway, And now we can just sell this instead. Okay. We're going to head back over here and speak to this other merchant, Nim. Now, this is a tricky encounter for several reasons. Being an elf, I'm going to go ahead and let Keishara speak with him. And he speaks to you in the Dark Elven dialect of Elvish, which I forget the canonical in-setting name for that language other than just Elvish. But there's a lot to this encounter. We'll look at his wares first. But of course, since we're talking to him with Keishara, she has some special dialogue options. It says, Malan us, dismale ustan tal tanas tal thalra, ustan janim. And she's like, get out of here with that. As you wish. I will continue in the common tongue of service dwellers, if that makes you feel more at ease. I am Nim. Now, shall we get down to business? And yeah, how did a drow like you wind up in a community of deep gnomes? Like, don't they hate you? Dire need overcomes simple hatred in periods of duress. I am a businessman. Petty racial differences are irrelevant in my dealings. The deep gnomes have gems, I have goods. It's an excellent relationship. Most profitable. And of course, like, she doesn't really care for him and would love to just off him, but we're going to take a look at his wares first, for a number of reasons. So, first things first, we're going to sell some of this stuff. Down here, though, we definitely want to consider purchasing these. Cage of exotic birds, a cage of squirrels. Because we know where those are going to go, just like with the seeds, we can take those back to the hand of the Seldarine. Let's see, another gem bag. Oh, that's right, hey. Actually. Now, here's the rest of the Nim encounter. Of course, you can ask him, isn't it dangerous being an Underdark merchant? For many it is. However, I have been in this trade for over 400 years. I have seen my way into and out of places that no other Dark Elf has even seen. You'd be surprised how powerful a single merchant can be. So, yeah, where have you been? Well, I have seen many things, been many places. The gem mines of Thay aren't quite as frightening as some might lead you to believe. The depths of the Moon Sea aren't filled with undead. Oh, and the treasury of Dorn's Deep wasn't very secure, even when it was inhabited by the dwarves. Like, what do you mean, exactly? The Darthir and dwarven artifacts produced by the so-called Time of Cooperation were too valuable to resist. Selling the artifacts to the goblinoid armies was the best business decision I ever made. So, yeah. Now it all comes to light. All those cursed elves, these ruined dwarven citadels, 2 ancient cultures exterminated because of you. So yeah, Nim broke into the vaults of Dorn's Deep and sold the magical items and equipment from the Time of Cooperation between Dorn's Deep and the hand of the Seldarine to the goblinoid armies that were fighting them, which is what allowed them to actually break through the dwarven and elven lines and start to win. And then, of course, Laeral thought that the dwarves had betrayed them and, accused them of that and created that rift, and the alliance broke down, and without both of them standing together, there was no way that they could win against their own magical equipment. So yeah, Nim is responsible for all of that. Every last bit of it. So, folks, what should we do about that? Because so far, he's getting away with it, or has gotten away with it. I don't much care for that, personally. Keishara is the one doing the talking, of course, as we can see by the green numbers, so, how would she react? I feel like maybe, this is kind of what she's here to do. Maybe we've really gotten caught up in this story in terms of the war between the dwarves and the goblins and the orcs and elves and all of that is a huge deal that really has shaped a lot about this region. And we have seen the aftermath of that. We've seen the consequences. We've been helping to fix it, and Keishara has played a big part in that. So, I'm going to let her make this call in character, and I don't think that she's going to let that stand. Bam. So, nobody here really cares that we do that. We do get 14,000 experience points for killing him. The downside is that, now Dirty Lou is the only merchant, and what really sucks is, of course, in an actual game of Dungeons and Dragons, if a merchant had a bunch of stuff that he was selling you and you were to kill him or something else, all of that inventory would still be there. But because this is a video game, the shop interface is different from the actual NPC character themselves. So I think that personally that's BS. But I guess it's also like a failsafe to keep you from getting several powerful magical items basically for free, along with all of that ammunition and so on. And even if you'd sold anything to him, you could kill him, pick it back up, and then take it to another merchant and sell it again and get double the profit. So I understand kind of why he doesn't have any inventory when you do him in, but I also still don't really like it. This place is a dead end, so there is nowhere else to go really other than to exit back out and return to Kuldahar or what have you. Oh, that's right. Okay, it's been a while, so I have a proposal that may be beneficial to both of us if you'll hear me out. I wanted to examine the girdle to see how it works, what enchantments have been used, how it's assembled, in the hopes that I may be able to make one myself. If you'd be willing to part with it for a day, let's call it a loan. I would be most grateful. I know too many names. You're not going to take it apart, are you? Oh, no, of course not. Okay. Thank you. A day should be enough to sort out our little secrets. I know there are a lot of secrets in this game that I probably, even after as many times as I've played it, because there's so many possible party combinations, and different options are affected by a character's race, by their gender, by their alignment, their class, by their stats, by the equipment they're wearing, as we saw with the Girdle of Gond. There's just so many variables that I'm sure I haven't found everything that's hidden in here, and I am probably missing some stuff. And I say that because I still don't know what to do with that Golem manual. So there probably is something. And if you know, then, give me a shout out. Either, DM me here on Twitch, or you can message me on Twitter. Go to make sure that it's been 24 hours. You can hit me up on my Facebook page, on Pillow Fort if you use Pillow Fort, in the comments of YouTube when I upload the video. Speaking of which, I did not upload my last video to YouTube last weekend, and that was because I wanted to encourage participation and to participate myself in the YouTube walkout that was done last weekend, kind of in protest of some of the new unfair policies that YouTube has, where they can decide that they can close your account down and cancel your channel if your videos are not profitable. And that's really vaguely defined, and a lot of people were very upset about that, especially because YouTube has a bad history recently with censoring or flagging videos that are tagged things like, LGBTQ, and guys, that includes my channel, so that means that I am one of the people who's affected by decisions like that and policies like that directly. So I will upload last weekend's episode tomorrow when I upload this one, so you'll get 2 videos at once. But just do keep that in mind, and that if you want to support creators like me, be aware of that, and tell YouTube that you don't care much for those policies, because there aren't a lot of other great platforms to go to in order to archive things like Twitch videos right now, unless you have your own website. Not a lot of great alternatives to YouTube. Alright, let's see what Oswald did with the girdle. Thank you for loaning me your girdle of Gond. I've learned a great deal more than I had thought I would. So much, in fact, that I think I can make it work even better. With a few more enchantments, I think I can incorporate some of the tools from that dusty old toolbox you sold to me. Hey! Now there's a pleasant callback. The spell components are pretty costly, though. I'd need at least 1,200 gold to get it done. 1,200 gold. I mean, at this point, that really is pocket change, so sure. Begin immediately. Come back in a day or so, and I'll have it ready. Alright, well, we'll go rest again. Sure, why not? Sometimes those little upgrades are not necessarily worth waiting for. They're not worth the money that you spend. They're not worth the time that you have to wait. It's kind of like that shield, as I mentioned. The shield that that Dirty Lou will sell you. He wants 3 days to make it for you, and then it's not that great. And then if you want Nim to enchant it, it takes a further 10 days for 13 total. And it's something like, all told, I think is almost 50,000 gold for like a +3 shield with 10% fire resistance or something along those lines. It just really is not worth it. But 2 days to upgrade the Girdle of Gond and, 1,200 gold pieces, that's not bad. Hello again, friends. I'm pleased to have your completed belt. I've added more pouches and added some tools. You should be able to tackle better locks and traps now. Alright. So, Oswald has managed to add even more tools for the belt, further enhancing its usefulness. Cool, cool. I think that before that was 10% and 5%, and so now 15 and 10. Great. We love it. So, let's see. I found some seeds you might be able to use. You have found some seeds. With these, I can return some beauty to this place. I'd almost given up on ever seeing life here. Thank you. Okay. So that is 300,000 experience points. And ta-da! Flowers. These birds. They will like their new home nicely. Their song shall serve to brighten the arboretum. I thank you. Another 168,000. And there are the birds. And squirrels. The arboretum will serve as a pleasant home for them. Thank you. Go in peace, my friends. Another 168,000. Nice. And there we go. Now there are squirrels everywhere. Not bad. Not bad at all. We're getting close to some more level ups. Check that out. Very close indeed. In fact, the next time that we earn experience points, I'd say that we should probably level up. Alright, well, I know you guys are tired, but head back out, and we're going to travel back to Dorn's Deep. Alright, folks. What's done is done. Here we go. These guys again.
I'm not sure about this. I'll do my best to keep myself out of trouble. That'll come through. You would do well to kill brash.
Hmm. Brother Harkin. Gauntlet. Vambrace. Coder. Rarebrace. Pauldron. Tacit. Grieve. Polain. Salad. He's just reciting pieces of armor. I am Brother Harkin, humbly blessed by revered Brother Hatheland with the power of control over his creation. Grieve. Polain. Salad. What are you doing? I am partaking in the ritual of obedience. It is how I issue commands to the beloved servant of our church, the voice of Yondalla. You experienced his blessings earlier. Gauntlet. Vambrace. Coder. Yes, I remember I wasn't too happy about it either. Now you cannot torment his soul any longer. Blasphemer! The holy litany which I recite comes straight from the mouth of Hatheland himself. If his word is not law, what is law? Visor. Helm. No religious expert, but wouldn't Ilmater's word be law, or are you now a priest of Hatheland? In Ilmater's absence, we serve only Hatheland. His word supersedes the gospel. Now, blasphemers, you will suffer under the blade of the voice. There he is. Ah, before you strike, you should know I have discovered what caused the rift between the dwarves and elves so long ago. Aha! Tell me, if your words ring false, nothing shall keep me from my duty. See, we found out. It was Nim, a dark elven merchant. He stole the artifacts and sold them to the goblins attacking the Hand of the Seldarine. That's why the elves thought the dwarves sold the artifacts to the goblins. I can sense the truth in your words. I have also heard the words of Harkin. This armor was forged to serve man. My soul was forged to serve Torm. Now that I know the truth about the dwarven artifacts, now that I know that Harkin does not serve Ilmater, I am free. Now, I can use my own voice to thank you. With 450,000 big ones. I will always remember what you have done for me. If you would do me one last service, please take my remains to one of the temples of the Trinity for burial. It would mean a great deal to me, knowing that I was buried on holy ground. Thank you, and farewell. His bones. Okay, well, first things first, everybody leveled up. Let's go ahead and do that before Harkin has anything else to say. Excellent. We don't have weapon proficiencies or anything right now, so she did get spell slots. We'll take care of that very quickly. Keishara should as well. Yep, there we go. Now we have some really choice level 7 spells that we can put in here. Mass Invisibility, Acid Storm, Keikofiend, Mordenkainen's Sword, Power Word Stun, Finger of Death, Malavon's Rage, Prismatic Spray. Let's see. Prismatic Spray and Acid Storm are good AoEs. Malavon's Rage is not bad, but it'll hit other, like our friends here. Finger of Death is pretty solid and deals damage even if they make a save. So, not a bad single target, but I'm going to say let's go with Mordenkainen's Sword first, because you can get in multiple hits with that. And then Sana, let's see, she should have 5, level 2.
I'm listening.
Coulter, Fembrace. Oh, my guy. This banner bears two symbols. One is a diamond surrounding two hands bound in the coin, and the other is a circumscribed white dove. Ooh. Ooh, no. No. Let's see. How about... Let's start with a fireball. The idol. Ooh. Whew, this is a lot. More mummies. Goodness gracious. Come on. Flame strike. Oh, man. There we go. Goodness gracious. And not one of them dropped anything. Rude. Oh, Sam leveled up. 4 and 5 slots. Let's have him talk to Sister Bethla here. Forgive me for what I have done, O Father of Suffering. Though I do not deserve your clemency, I ask for your mercy at any cost to myself. Not sure what she's done exactly. I think she might have created these undead creatures. Brother Per Diem. My God. I know not who you are, but you have delivered us from such a terrible nightmare. I dreamt that I was swimming in pitch under a blood-red moon. So much suffering have I caused. So much suffering must I endure to repay the debt of sin I have incurred. I am Per Diem, once a faithful priest of Ilmater. I used to watch over a monastery of faithful priests and priestesses outside of Illifarn. One day a man came to the monastery. He said his name was Hatheland and that he had come to help us find the true faith of Ilmater. He had one of the badges, that's the white dove. There was something about his eyes, his voice, that hypnotized us. His voice was so commanding, so powerful that we were swept up in his sermons with a disturbing passion. It frightened us, but we could not help but fall deeper into his web of deception. We abandoned dozens of sick and dying worshippers in the halls of our monastery. We went north through the Kuldahar Pass. Many died, but at that point we no longer cared. All was done for the glory of Ilmater, for the propagation of the faith. Even as Hatheland became more fascist, more militant, we could do nothing to resist. Hatheland's idol had us enthralled. Those who resisted were drained of life and turned into the zombies who guarded this black temple. It used to be a temple to Baranar Truesilver, though you'd never recognize it now. I have not only committed blasphemy against my god, but against a proud mother goddess of the dwarves. I owe a great debt to many gods and people. Thank you for liberating my soul. Wow. Well, let's see here. What can you tell us about Hatheland? He is no priest of Ilmater. He is a sorcerer of some sort. There is something cold and unnatural about his eyes. His skin, his hair, everything about him rings false. The way he walks, the way he holds himself, it's as though he is a stranger in his own body. Okay. Who are you? Where am I? What have I done? Oh my... Oh, I remember it all now. For my shame, I remember. Thank you. Thank you for saving us. Oh, these poor people. I mean, magic can do that to anybody. This priest is crying, mumbling prayers to Ilmater for forgiveness. He seems to not take notice of anything else going on around him. What about you? Ah, now the shield or whatever is gone. He's just still chanting. To the Greater Forge. We'll head back over here and... yeah. You can see that there are some containers up there. Motmic, I think it's time to do your thing. Because surely those are trapped. I mean, come on, right? They gotta be. He's not detecting anything. I'm very surprised. I'm trying to remember. And here is what I remember. Out on top of the glacier where the museum was, there was an area that we never really got to do anything with, and that was that rickety bridge, which we couldn't cross, but there was nothing we could do with it. Also, frost giants kind of started this whole thing by starting that avalanche, and we've not dealt with any frost giants. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back through the museum and see if there's any areas that we missed or anything that we missed.
I'm on it.
Oh.
I'm on it.
There's a book over there on the floor. And a scroll. Oh yeah, because we didn't get to come back through here after we kind of triggered everything. Let's see. Okay, well. Here we go. Okay. Karish, Craig Frostbeard is dead, no thanks to you, and I now hold his badge of office. There we go, that's it. I, Joriel Frostbeard, am now numbered among the 6 chosen of the Master. Once my plans have come to bear fruit, I will have access to the Master himself. You would do well to remember that from this day forward, Worm. Also know that your lack of aid has not gone unnoticed. Only your silence in not reporting this to the Master has kept you alive. When the time is right, I will tell the Master that I have taken my father's throne. Until then, you will remain silent or you will die. Those walls you hide behind will not save you from my wrath. Betray me, and I will crumble them about you and crush the life from you. Signed, Joriel. XOXO. Oh, wrong container. There we go. So, yes, and we kind of heard about that because... remember when we first encountered Karish, he thought that we were agents for somebody else. And that's who it was. Engineering Manual. This ancient work is a treatise on Dwarven engineering techniques. Although it is written entirely in the Dwarven language, someone has inserted translated notes in several places throughout the book. This particular volume contains a detailed analysis on the construction of suspension bridges. Okay. Well, we know where we need to go now.
I'm on it.
No wonder Chapter 5 was so short. Dang, y'all. We missed a big chunk of this. There we go. Use the engineering manual to repair it. Ta-da! So here we go. Whew! Winter wolves right away.
Time to turn this one down to size.
I'm on it.
A little fire and lightning should liven things up.
This is like the back way in, I think. Yeah. Oh boy. Well, let's see.
So be it.
Frostbite, white worm, white worm. These are little baby dragons. What here? It not slave, it not giant. What it is, what it wants. Questions it has. Ask. Who are you? I Frostbite. It not knows? Now it does. I Frostbite. Other names not have. No matter names other than Frostbite. It's a baby white dragon. Your lair is littered with human bones. Why? Human food. Frostbite eats. Clan eats. Human, elf, gnome, not matters. All food. Well. End? Not till Frostbite end. It won't end. Frostbite gives it end. Die. Alright. That's not gonna go great for you.
A little fire and lightning should liven things up.
Here I come. The hell's come
I'll do
with
my
me?
best to turn this one down to size.
Well, there we go. We've slain our first dragons, technically.
I'm on it.
Hey, this shrine is constructed of human skulls. The body of a dead woman is draped across it. Well.
Guard.
Anything? Okay. Go. Okay, let's give these over for identification and find out what exactly is in our little hall. Potion of power. Nice! It's a good potion for him, actually. Who's carrying the fewest healing potions? Wow, Astrid has none. Well, she's got the extra healing, so... We'll just give those to him, then. Another red potion. We'll give that to Sam, who's also got a Symbol of Pain spell. Boom. Gauntlets of Infernal Damnation. Shroud of Flame on the wearer. It can only be removed with a Remove Curse spell. Cursed by a malefic priestess of Beshaba, goddess of bad luck, these hard black leather gloves affix themselves to whoever tries them on. Despite the extremely nasty nature of the gloves, wealthy adventurers sometimes buy the distinctive gauntlets to place in their treasure hoards, waiting for a greedy thief to try them on. Gross. Ring of Holiness. Hey! Honorary Ring of Sunni. Rings of this type were given to faithful priests of Sunni who demonstrated actions of astounding integrity and kindness. One extra pre-spell of each level from 1st through 4th. Folks, that's a big deal. Oh, man. Well, that one's cleric only, so he's got to lose the Ring of Missile Deflection. Keishara has no rings whatsoever. We'll give it to her. Okay. Pretty good haul. That was a pretty good haul.
Agreed.
Sana, you want to see if you can talk your way through this, dear? You want something? You want something. This needs to be... He's a frost giant. You found something. Here to see your leader. So keep looking for him. You're no concern of mine unless you cause trouble. Now get moving before I accidentally step on you. Yeah, step on me. That'd be a bad idea, says Sana. I think I'll put that to the test. Die, scum! Oh, Lord.
I'm listening.
Time to turn this one back aside.
That just means we have more gemstones.
Done.
I'm not sure about this.
Jorl. Oh, that's Jorl. Because we attacked his guards, they all went hostile. I wasn't expecting that, but that's okay. We'll skip that conversation. After all, he didn't have anything to say that we cared to hear anyway. And there's the last badge. Awesome. Double-bladed axe.
Death comes for you.
We're going to have to fight them all anyway.
Done.
A stout sword and sturdy shield can take you far.
Whoop. Well, that just means that it's time to load up with these.
A little fire and lightning should light things up.
Let's go ahead, make sure that all this stuff is put away. What did that guy have? Chainmail +2. Jorl's axe +3. Two-handed, well, of course it would be. -1 dexterity and +1 constitution. This mighty weapon consists of a 5 to 6 foot haft with a heavy blade. The axe is double-bitted with blades on both sides of the haft. It is an unwieldy weapon, but a skilled warrior can strike blows of tremendous strength with it. Jorl Frostbeard, the Frost Giant leader, wielded this axe, and the weapon has been enchanted with several beneficial magics. A fire flail, 50% chance of +2 d6.
Here.
A stout sword and sturdy fire and lightning should lighten things up. A stout sword and sturdy shield can take you far.
Agreed.
We'll just depopulate this place real quick.
I'll try to keep this short. Here I come. Hell's coming.
This is for East Haven.
Take you far.
There's some rocks and things around here that have treasure in them too. I feel like it's been a while since we've seen containers, you know?
Sure. Done.
take a look here. That's a scroll of raised dead. That's what I thought. Well, that is super valuable. Potion of invisibility. Potion of healing. These other potions are potions of Sam. Insect plague. That's a druid spell, so no one here will be able to use it, unfortunately. Hatheland isn't high enough level, you see. I never agreed to that. But I also respect the right of containers to do what they will. I respect their independence. Ooh, that is a Wand of the Heavens! Nice, it casts Flame Strike. And that should be... Oh, that's because she's got it. Yeah, that's a Sam-only wand. Well, that's a little bit better than this Scroll of Hold Person. So there we go. That's what we'll use to replace it. Alright. Now we're getting into it.
I'm here. Watch this.
I'm listening.
This filthy hide looks like it's used as a bed.
Give the word. Watch this.
Some of these are like sacks, some of them are rocks. All of them are dirty, apparently.
Agreed.
Oh. Goodbye. You're done. Bye-bye.
I'm on it.
Finding an awful lot of potions, so we'll just have Sam pick them up anyway. I think this is where that tunnel comes out. Huh. Yetis. Come on.
Take you far. Time to trim this one down. Death comes for you.
Shoo-wee.
Ready.
It's a good thing gemstones stack. Ah. Let's see. Goodness. I love finding treasure. It's the best. Champion strength. Spike stones, that's what I thought. Another druid spell, unfortunately. Gems for the gem god. And jewels for his throne. You know, that's true. I have heard that gems confuse. Dagger of Venom +2. +2 Longtooth. Dart of Stunning. Cloak of Protection +2. Is there anyone who doesn't have a cloak? I don't think it matters, because I don't think that anyone can wear this anyway, because of their armor bonuses. Which is very unfortunate. fusion is just a cheap tactic to make weak gemstones stronger.
I'm not sure about this.
I mean, probably.
A little fire and lightning should liven things up.
That's, I don't know if you've ever met a fashion designer, but that's just them. Like, that's just how they be.
I'll do my best to keep
Like Meryl Streep's character in The Devil Wears Prada. I hope I got that right and don't sound a fool to the internet, but...
I will do so.
Woo! Oh boy, you know how I love trolls that won't die. Oh, come on, folks. Come on, go down. There we go. Now let's see. As much as I hate it, this is probably the most efficient way to do this. There we go.
Done. Agreed.
Phew. Oh, I hate trolls so much. Really need a flaming weapon, and I kind of resent that I don't have one. Let's see, she's got flaming arrows still, though. There we go. That's what you get for trolling. Lol.
I'm on it. Here I come.
More trolls. They're so tiresome. This is the bulk of Chapter 5 right here. We walked right past it. And it's not even the dungeon. Like, it's just the trolls, because trolls are so laborious to kill.
Stout sword and
I'm on it.
steady shield can take you far. Time to trim this one down to size.
Come on. There we go.
I will do so.
Ah, rats. Still gonna have to waste an arrow.
I'm not
Thought I got them all. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily call it boring. I kind of accidentally made it a little boring, I suppose, with the lack of talking to the giants or anything. But okay, I guess they mean the troll barracks. Yeah, and that's this tunnel here. So the lack of conversation probably damps it down a little bit. But just trolls in general are unpleasant to deal with. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing it this way? Go back through the tunnel. Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel. And back through this way. Another secret tunnel. Second tunnel. There we go.
I'm not sure.
You're not sure about this, Sana? You should be sure after this long. I mean, we've killed all of the giants. Skull of a gigantic beast, possibly a dragon. If it's not a dragon, I don't want to know what it is. More slaves, of course. And Davin.
We'll see about that.
So, the giants have new lackeys. What is it that you want of me? You got us wrong, my guy. I find that hard to believe, but let us suppose for the moment that it is true. What is it that you want of me? Ask your questions. Who are you? My name is Davin Berenson. I'm at your service. There's something else you would ask. What are you doing here? I'm a slave. As a matter of fact, all the people that you see here are slaves. However, we will not be slaves for much longer. Oh, really? Every day the giants come here and take one of us away. Whoever is taken is never seen again. Our numbers are dwindling, so it is only a matter of time before we are slaves no more. And what, do they eat those guys? They are sacrificed to some creature that lives here in the caverns. I know this because the giants gloat over our fate as they lead the chosen victim off. Okay, that's the dragons. The creature you speak of is dead. There will be no more sacrifices. How do you know this to be true? You killed Frostbite, saving Davin and the other slaves. Call it a hunch. That is excellent news. You have saved us from a horrible fate. However, we are still in a desperate situation since the giants hold us captive here. I would ask that you free us. Huh, that could be a little difficult to do. Yes, but I think I may know how it may be accomplished. Do tell. There are only two paths out of here. One lies through the heart of the giant's domain, and they know we cannot pass through without being seen. The other is a small cave to the north of here, and the giants only place one guard upon us to prevent us from entering that cave and gaining our freedom. And what's in there? No, perhaps you should start your quest by scouting the cave and removing any hazards there before removing the guard. Okay, but we did that, though.
Yes? Okay.
I've been working towards earning you your freedom. Yes, and we are all very grateful. How goes the task? We killed Jorl. So... My friend, that is excellent news. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Forgive me for our cutting conversation short, but we will be leaving now. Thank you for all that you've done for us. Bye. Yeah. Well, but it was a very small dragon, and the giant is very large. Like, just to be fair. He got a spell slot. She got a weapon proficiency. Sam got a weapon proficiency. My goodness gracious. Well, there's nothing for it. I guess we'll pick club. Everybody leveled up but Keishara. Bless her heart. Well, she is wizard, so... You know what, I'm going to dump the rest of these in Detect Illusion because they keep talking about, like, Brother Pokelin's spells and that kind of thing. So, let's see. Whew. Oh, Ice Lance. Nice. She can get an actual attack spell. And... Shades. Her future's so bright, she's got to wear shades. Detect evil! It's just everything lights up. Just everything. Duration 1 turn. Lol. I don't hardly think so. Holy smite. And 4th level. Let's see. Let's have a... What shall we have? Another protection from evil, I think. And level 6 as well. Aerial Servant. We decided Blade Barrier wasn't really for us, so we've got a heal and a Bolt of Glory. Let's have another heal. Alright. Well.
Agreed.
There we go. That was handily enough done. We got all the treasure. There's something right there, actually. You know what? We can walk through there. That's how we'll get there. Come on back. I was trying to figure out how to get down there because I wasn't sure if you could. We didn't kill this particular dragon, but we will walk all over it. That's okay. If it's any relation to Frostbite, given that it's up here in this glacier, then it's probably, like, a bad dragon anyway. Oh. Black Ice Knight. Contique. So, at last we meet. I am Contique, and I greet you. Oh yes, your coming was foretold to me. I have been waiting for your arrival. Are you a priest of Auril? Foretold by whomst? The goddess. She cast her gaze into the future and saw our paths cross here. Thus she bid me to journey here, to await your coming. Which goddess? You've got to narrow it down. Why, Auril, of course. She welcomes you. We knew it. To the chill of her embrace, to the cold of her bosom, and to the black ice of her frozen heart. She has prepared a place of honor for the bastards who slew her chosen Lysanne. Did you think you could slay a child of Auril and not feel her wrath? Die, wretched fools! Die that Auril may feast on your souls! Okay, but, like, no, though. Doot doot doodle doodle doot 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 doot. We're too high level for you to be a threat. Get out of here.
I'll do my best. Time to tell this one about the size. I'll do my best.
Hey, these guys were carrying a nice chunk of change. Nice. Aw, rats.
Done. I'm here.
Uh-huh.
Agreed.
I see. Gonna be some stuff. Barrel of pure water. Oh, I think that goes back to the Hand of the Seldarine as well. Makes sense that that would be up here in a glacier, right?
Done.
Nifty. And away we go. Okay.
I'm on it.
Now, let's see. We've got several things that we need to do. These potions can go in here. Barrel of pure water we need to keep track of. Robe of the Evil Archmagi. Yep, that's what I thought. Ring of Protection +2. That would be lovely. But yes. Yeah, see, nobody, literally no one can wear that now because everyone has magic armor or whatever, so that's a real shame. Ah, Kontik's Ring of Wizardry, though. Kontik, a powerful wizard in the service of Auril, claimed this ring from a defeated enemy wizard, Nil the Infernal. An archmage who specialized in fire magic, Nil created the ring over a period of 5 years. The powerful item aided Nil in his far-ranging travels. Unfortunately for him, it did not protect him from Kontik's powerful minions and spells. It is constructed of an extremely unusual grayish-white metal called tungsten. Cast double the number of first and second level wizard spells. All cold damage inflicted by the character increased by 15%. Nice. And she has an extra ring slot. Look at that. There we go. We'll grab this and give to her. Breath of Auril +3. Kontik, servant of Auril, once wielded this blade, has been enchanted with several beneficial magics. Stop saying that. +1 intelligence, -1 charisma, -50% fire resistance, 100% cold resistance. Ooh. Can only be removed by remove curse spell. Cone of cold twice per day. That is not at all a bad dagger. But I don't think that our dagger user is really going to benefit from it. So we'll put it in the bag. And finally, Patriot Helm. Oh, this one's got a story. This helm was worn by the dwarven warrior Danel Silverfrost, king and martyr of the lost dwarven city-state of Silver Rock. Danel's deeds are not as well known as those of many other heroic dwarves, but that is perhaps because his kingdom died with him. His nation suffered heavy losses when trolls and giants attacked it over 1,000 years ago in the nearly forgotten War of Curdling Blood. The war between the tribes of monsters and the kingdom of Silver Rock was waged over 15 years. Danel never attempted to flee his kingdom, seek the aid of neighboring countries, or abandon his people. Despite the fact that many of his subjects did indeed flee, Danel remained in Silver Rock until the very end. Before the final battle of the terrible war, Danel told his people, "When ye see this plume on me head fall, I want you to make sure that our people don't bow like gold, but that they break like iron." That's metal. No pun intended. Almost as soon as the battle was joined, Danel charged to the front of the fray and leapt into the talons of a dozen trolls. The moment his plume disappeared from sight, every man, woman, and child remaining in Silver Rock poured out of the fortified caverns and dragged down as many trolls and giants as they could. Barrels of flaming oil were dumped all over Danel's palace and the common areas of the city, consuming as many dwarves as trolls and terrible frost giants. In the end, the monsters had achieved a Pyrrhic victory. The dwarven city was a smoldering ruin from which little treasure, no slaves, and no food could be taken. Many trolls died of starvation that winter, and when they turned on their giant allies for sustenance, the entire army fell into disarray forever. It's AC +2. Man alive. One of them might be able to wear this. She's got the helmet of charm protection. I think his is just a helmet. Yeah. So, there we go. Cool. That really, that works well for Hatheland's story, because he didn't want to leave his farm either to the goblins, you know. Wear it with honor. Alright, catch up here. So we have to go back to the Hand of the Seldarine, and then we need to make one more trip to Kuldahar. My goodness, this has been a lot of back and forth, hasn't it? Didn't expect to have to backtrack, but I was wondering why Chapter 5 was so short. I'm glad that we figured it out.
I'm on it.
Come on, guys, figure it out. Oh.
I'm on it.
Well, okay, now I can't say anything. It was me. I was the fool. This water might be pure enough for your needs. This water will do nicely. With this, water will once again flow in the Arboretum. Your actions have brought beauty here once again. Peace be with you. That is just poorly written. This water will do. Water will once again. Has brought beauty here once again. It's just an awkwardly written thing. Here we go. The Arboretum has been returned to its former glory, my friends. I feel that my work here is done, that it is time to move on. And I thank you. Farewell. Nice. There we go. And hey, appropriate. That leveled up Keishara. Very nice. The 4th and 5th level spell slot. Let's try a Burning Blood. And let's see. 5th level, is it? 5th level. Goodness gracious. Well, you can never go wrong with another cloud kill. Oh, and here, I forgot, she doubled her 1st level spell slots. Well, you know what that means, don't you? That means a bunch of magic missiles, because that is the best 1st level attack spell.
Agreed.
Alright.
Agreed.
And now we're going to head back to Kuldahar, because we need to give that paladin's bones to those folks
I'm on it.
at the Temple of Ilmater.
Sure.
One priest to another. Here we go. I welcome you back to the House of the Bleeding Rose, traveler. In my sleep, I have had visions of you in dreadful places. I'm glad to see that you are intact. Well, we got something for you. A cursed paladin in Dorn's Deep asked us to bring his mortal remains to you. Yes. Yes, I can sense the truth of your words. I had heard the tales of a phantom Tormish paladin, but I thought they were only stories. If the legends are correct, you have done our church a great service. Torm, Tyr, and Ilmater are brothers in righteousness. We will inter this holy warrior's remains with pride. There we go. Ooh, look at that, folks. That was definitely worth walking back for. Over 1 million experience. Please accept a gift on behalf of the Church of Ilmater. You have suffered long and hard in your quest to vanquish the evil that threatens us. If you are pure of heart, this will aid you in your struggles to come. I would be very surprised if that didn't level us up. My goodness gracious. Proficiency slots. Katana. There we go. I forgot what we put it in last time. Ooh, 7th level spell slots. I love those. My goodness gracious. Ooh, a proficiency slot. I guess that'll go there then. And once again, Keishara didn't level up. But that's okay. For wizards, you know, it's like I said way back at the beginning, they really slow down towards the end of the game, so we knew that that was going to happen. Another 4th level spell slot. How about a Greater Malison? And Priest Scrolls. God, I think, yeah, 4th, which is... let's do a free action. You never know when we're going to need that. And then, let's see, a 5th level spell slot. Immunity to damage for 2 rounds. Listen, it's magic is not inherently evil. It's how you use it. It's only a war crime if an evil person casts it to kill good aligned characters. What do we have here? Holy Word, that's right. So... it's all the symbol spells. Greater Shield of Lathander. Greater Restoration, Finger of Death. Let's have a... yeah, let's do Regeneration. Phew-wee. Alright. Well, folks, we have a few more things to sell. Got to empty our inventory out yet again. How many times is that just in this episode? Not that I'm complaining. My goodness gracious. But what that means is that we really have nowhere else to go, nothing else to do. I mean, that's basically what it is, right? Like they're just yelling something in Celestial. There's word! And we will find out next time when we use a holy word, presumably against Brother Pokelin. Because he doesn't really sound like a holy guy, for all that he pretends to be one. Oh, I forgot we've got some unidentified scrolls and things, too. Hey. So, I'm going to sell this stuff. And, then when we come back next weekend, we're going to go and finish off Brother Pokelin, and that should be the end of the vanilla Icewind Dale adventure. Now, of course, after that, there is still Heart of Winter, so we're not through with the game yet. I will be playing the expansion pack. I mean, I have it. There's no reason not to. So we are definitely going to be doing that. But that'll have to wait until next Saturday. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is New York and Miami time, the same as always. And I hope that you'll check out the YouTube upload once I put this video and last weekend's video both up tomorrow. And let me know how you're enjoying things. Give me a like, give me a subscribe, follow me on Twitter and on Facebook and so forth if you don't already do that. It really makes my day every time that I get a notification that I have a new follower. You guys are great, and it tells me that you're enjoying what I'm doing, which is awesome because then that means that I am enjoying what I'm doing. So, well, I'm not sure exactly what we'll do next. I'm going to look back over the previous Twitter poll that where y'all chose Icewind Dale for this game, and we'll use that to inform our next playthrough. But like I said, we've got Heart of Winter first. So we're going to do that. And then, yeah, it'll be time for another playthrough in a new stream. So join me next time. As always, I appreciate you all being part of the party. And we've got a heck of a boss fight coming up, so don't miss it. And I'll be sure to tweet out a reminder during the week. I will look forward to seeing you there, and as always, thanks for playing.